Hello, my name is Henry. I'm going to present to you about a matter of perspective project. So I welcome you in this. In the outline, we'll be discussing about the fantasy coffins in Ghana. We'll see Las Caveras uh, in Mexico. We will see also social and demographic factors to perspective of death. We'll see a movie about the deaf, which is extremist. We'll see also death and mortality issues related, as well as the reference page. Starting from the fantasy coffins in Ghana, it's a Ghanaian art. Coffins are in different forms. The practice of making coffins has been started by a carpenter named Ota O. For this ethnicity, the ethnicity of this carpenter, which is Ga ethnicity, the fantasy coffins ensure the continuation of imaginable activities in the afterlife. It is a way of honoring their loved ones who passed in the land of their ancestors. It represents a symbol of material of success. For example, if someone owned a Mercedes Benz before he died, they can make the coffins in the form of Mercedes Benz. Or if someone had an habit of enjoying the most a cigarette smoking, for example, they will make sure that after him or her to die, they will make sure that they make a coffin in form of the cigarette. Also, for them it represents the death. They say that death is not the end. Life goes on in the next world. These are pictures. You see the first picture is the coffin in the form of the eagle. The second one is the coffin in the form of a lion. Talking about the Las Caveras, it's a Mexican art created by Jose Guadalupe Posada. Las Caveras main images of skulls or animated skeletons. For Mexican, Las Caveras represent the day of the dead, or the day of the dead. Mexicans celebrate the souls of the dead to please the lost relative or loved one on that day. Mexicans enjoy festivals or festivities that include music, performance, a gift giving, colorful costume by wearing those masks of Las Caveras in this celebration. Mexican see death as sugary candy. They see death as something sweet and which reminds to enjoy the sweetness of life. Mexican believe that death will come to everyone, young and old people, rich and poor people. All of them will die. No one lives for them. They believe that no one lives. Everyone is a skeleton. You can see this is the picture having different skulls in different colors. Now let us talk about social and demographic factors to perspective of death. Starting from social factors, we have lack of education, poverty, lack of health insurance status, employment status and job stress, crime and violence. We have a lack of social support. We have racism. We have discrimination. We have bad housing conditions, as well as early childhood stressors. Talking about the demographic factors, we have age, we have gender, we have a life cycle stage, we have overpopulation, we have a lack of physical fitness. Now, let us see the movie. Let us talk about the movie which talks about death. This movie is called Extremist. Extremist is a short documentary movie about death. It is a short documentary movie of around 2 minutes. It demonstrates how people perceive death. It talks about how doctors, patients, and families take decisions regarding death. It shows how people feel the death. It shows people's feeling and and how people cry after losing their loved ones. Now let us see some attitudes of people regarding death. People know and agree that they will all die. People are scared by death. Some people believe that life will go on after death. People are disappointed by the fact that they will die. Now, let us see some death and mortality issues related. We have the first one, which is religious beliefs, because we have many people who believe in different things, and they do not conceive death in the common ways. They have different ideas regarding death, as they have different religious beliefs. The second one is truth telling to patients. Family members may have a greater say in healthcare decisions that the patient does in some circumstances. Here, in many countries, family members may become very upset if a physician reveals bad news directly to the patient without consulting them. The third is preparation of the deceased person's body. Here, permissibility of organ donation and and the choosing of cremation versus burial can be an issue. So here, the family as well as the siblings need to take all the decision together about how they're gonna treat or prepare the body of the deceased person. If not, this can bring some issues. Number four is expression of grief. In some cultures, people are encouraged to cry to show that they loved the person who died. However, in other cultures, people do not like this. They discourage people to cry, as they understand that death is something good which brings people out of pain. Number five is decision making. For many cultures, such a direct approach may seem harsh, and decisions about something like organ donation might be experienced as an issue immediately upon death, because some people may take some decisions. Here, people should go back and consult the decision, the notes that the dead person left, maybe the notes which is signed by a lawyer. According to these notes, they should take some decision according to what she or he noted. This is the reference page where I've retrieved all the information. So also this is the continuity of the reference page. Thank you very much for your patience.